a whole week without me on here. I really do apologize for not being here and like having to talk to. I know the NBA kicked off like right as the NBA started. I went down to my lady's crib and we were just like it just went boom, 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 and I wasn't able to record anything. So I apologize, but I'm not even exaggerating to you. Like, I probably have been watching 8 hours of hoops a day and with football. So, just a little preview, like before, because I started game four. Like, I should have been able to come in here and do it, and I was lagging. We lost to the Knicks in that overtime game. That was when Jaylen Brown had 48. That was Tatum's worst shooting night of his whole entire career. Then you look at the Raptors, and we looked horrible that whole entire game. Brown didn't play in either of these two games. And then we beat the Rockets. Jalen Green went crazy, but we were able to beat him. Tatum looked nice. And then this Hornets game last night was crazy because we had no shot. Let's just get into it, and I'll talk throughout the video. You know how we do. I love y'all. We hit 500 subscribers. I'm 9 away from 600, so I appreciate you guys. But this Hornets team looks really fun. First of all, I'll start off with, we already went over their starting lineup and everything. LaMelo had like that 33, 7, and 9 game. He looks nice. Me personally, this is just me. I think Bridges is the best player on this team as of right now. Do I think Bridges will have a better career than LaMelo? Maybe not, but I think Bridges is a star as of right now. Oubre's looked good so far. So is Martin. Zeller really fits this team. Plumlee really fits this team really well. And then, they started off their season 2-0, so the Hornets look nice. The first two games that they played, LaMelo was fucking going crazy. So, yeah, nothing to really say about them. They're definitely a playoff team, like a 6 through 8 seed, I would say. And then on the Celtics side, like, yo, I'm telling you right now, I was raging, y'all. I was raging when we lost that first game. Because you got to think about it like this. Every season going into it as a fan, you're obviously like, yo, this is my year, this is my year. We get rid of Kemba. We put the problems on Kemba. You know what I mean? We pick up Richardson. We think Pritchard's going to have a breakout year. We think Neesmith's going to have a breakout year. Romeo looked good in the summer league. You know what I mean? We signed Jaylen Brown and JT to like max contracts. We re-signed Smart. We re-signed Jabari. Like, I just feel like we're going to have a solid squad. We pick up Schroeder for a vet minimum, and then we just come out here sucking. But I will say this. The thing that really bothered me about last season, as far as if you're like a Boston Celtics fan, is that the inconsistency of games. Like, one night we look like the best team in the league, and the next game we look horrible. So it's like it differs for me as far as my emotions and shit. But in this game we looked really good. LaMelo looked nasty too. So did Bridges. But you guys feel what I'm saying? Like, the main problem for me with the Celtics is consistency. Like, so far in this season, besides this game, like, Tatum and Brown both haven't played good at the same time, which is like a not good sign whatsoever. Also, Schroeder has looked horrible for the first three. So it's like, it's hard to say with this team. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it right now that it's not our year, which is just so hard for me to say because I'm so into it as a fan that it just sucks. But at the same time, I also do feel like Tatum is going to be in the MVP conversation, and so is Brown, and I think they're both going to be all NBA players. It's hard for me because if you really are still like sticking around and you've really been a Celtics fan for your whole life, it's just been this decade has been pretty frustrating. Like 3 conference finals, you know what I mean? But anyway, back to this game. It was back and forth, and then at the end of the third quarter, we just gave up the lead. And in the fourth quarter, I've noticed that so much with the Celtics. Like, we get so far behind, and then we're like, oh shit, we're losing, we got to come back. And we try to come back like last second, and it's like a little too late, you know? A little too late. Is that what they say? It's funny to me that like Hayward and Fournier and Kemba are like balling out of their mind right when they leave us. This is nasty. JB played bad in the first half of this game, but then he lit it up in the second half, so I was happy about that. But yeah, I'm starting to think, will this Brown and Tatum thing work? Which is extremely hard for me. Oh, also Grant Williams has looked nice too. I don't know, bro. Josh Richardson has looked horrible. But Grant Williams has been balling. He had 18, then 16. He had his career high, and then his second highest scoring game. Back to back. Good for bro. Grant Williams was a fucking meme last year, if y'all remember. Hey, everybody who like was saying Tatum is overrated and like comparing Tatum to Kuzma probably feels so bad right now. Tatum is so nasty. I think Bridges is an all-star. This team is scary, bro. They could be a 5 seed in the East, especially when Rozier gets back. Rozier's been balling too. Imagine if we still had Rozier, McDaniels, Whopper. That's what I'm saying. Like I was saying, they made a big run in the third quarter, and then they went up like 6. This was nasty. Bro, his athleticism is ridiculous. And then Tatum just fucking put us on his back. Smart is the best defender in the league. I don't care what anyone says, bro. He had 3 steals in the last 5 minutes of this game. I hope they show the steal. This dude, Smart, was stealing inbounds plays and everything. McDaniels looked good too. Oubre looked good too. They barely play PJ Washington. That fool's still recovering mentally. And then Rozier's hurt. So this is like, after this bucket is when we start to make a run. And we were down 11 at this point. So I was proud. I was watching the game. I was like, we cannot go to 1-3. Then Brown we just got in our bag. I think Plumlee is low-key better than Zeller for this team. Just as far as like athleticism goes, you know what I mean? Like they can just throw lobs to that fool all day. Knockdown. Smart's clutch, bro. You can say what you want about Smart, but defense and clutch is definitely a thing. Not gonna miss that. If you guys didn't watch this game, this is probably one of the biggest games of the year so far. So he hits a 3 right here. Nasty. He had missed like 4 threes in a row before that play. And then Tatum hits this little fighter. No, we get the board. Yeah. And then he makes both free throws. And then I don't think anybody scored for a little while here. And then Smart comes up with a big-ass steal. I hope they show the steal because that shit low-key clutched the game up. Right here. Yeah. That was so clutch. And then we just couldn't run a play. They call timeout, and it just goes off Brown's hand. You got to shoot that right there, Tatum. Just loses it. Whatever, though. We won either way. Once overtime started, it was over. Like, up until the second minute, they like this bucket, and then they kind of took the lead up by 3. And after that, the game was over. Like, we just dominated overtime after 2 minutes. He's clutch, bro. And then after this, it was just our game. Both Jays. Schroeder knocked that down. That was clutch. Schroeder was clutch this game. He hit 2 big buckets, but he played like ass the whole game. I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. That was a dunk of the year, bro. That shit was disgusting. And then it's game. Anyway, Tatum had 41, 7, and 8. Brown had 30, so what can I say? I can't be mad about that. We're 2-2 in the standings. Celtics look iffy. I'll give it that. If you wanted to ask me how I feel after 4 games, I'd say iffy. Say we look good and bad. Anyway, I love all y'all. We got 5 more subs and I'm at 600. I love you guys. Take care.